Mr. Nwapa, thank you so much for joining us on the news this afternoon.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, fantastic. We can hear you now. So I'd like you to provide more details about the conditions under which the protesters were arrested in Abuja, Yobe, and Delta states.
Well, okay. Just like you're aware, yesterday, members of the TIB organized a protest yesterday, and a whole lot of crises erupted even prior to the protest, where the states began to panic and began to issue out a warning for protesters not to come out. We have gotten to a point where protests has become more threatening to the ruling elite than even kidnappers and ravaging herdsmen. Yesterday protesters were, tear gassed yesterday in Abuja and also in Port Harcourt, and a couple of arrests were made both in Abuja and Yobe. However, these protesters have been released after intervention of comrades and due to the pressure that was mounted on the states.
So then how do you now respond to the government's claim that these protests were disruptive and probably pose a security threat to the country?
We must also trace this back. The APC regime has taken the human rights standard in Nigeria to an unprecedented level, where people no longer have the ability to express themselves openly. So this excuse of police has become, it's another trend where they discourage people from coming out to express themselves. As you are aware, this right to protest is enshrined not just in Nigerian constitution, but also bodies, treaties where Nigeria, is signatory to. And so at every time where people want to come out and express themselves, express their anger and frustration over the policies of the government, you see the police coming out to tell you you cannot protest. Even while our organization was not even a part of the organizations that organized the protest yesterday, but the state felt threatened. I got a call from the DSS in Abuja, on Friday, asking us to shelve the protest. And the question I put to him was, do you also call terrorists and kidnappers this way to tell them to stop kidnapping? Why is the state threatened by at every point where people want to come out and express themselves? And we want to use this to appeal, this opportunity to appeal to the Nigerian police, the rank and file Nigerian police. You are also going through, what every other Nigerians are going through. We are appealing to you that when such orders are given to you to shoot at protesters, don't follow these orders. These are your brothers and sisters, because when you retire, you're also coming back to face the crisis, including the one you're facing right now. And so this also demonstrates why we have also, as socialists, we have also maintained the stand that there is need for the police to have its own union, where they will be able to defend themselves, where they will be able to speak up against orders, given to them to shoot at protesters and to go against their constitutional responsibility.
Well, it seems as though the youth rights campaign also has issues with the Cybercrime Act, but then critics would argue that it is actually necessary to protect national security and prevent online abuses. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, well, yes, it's not just about, we all are, we are not, every Nigeria is a victim of every wrong policy that is made by the ruling elite. Don't forget that it's not just about the Cybercrime Act. Don't forget that just last year, the current Speaker of the House of Assembly, Tajudi Abbas, tried to smuggle in the counter subversion bill which is also to continue to stifle dissenting voices on social media. Recently, Senator Ned Nwoko, was pushing for a bill where bloggers, anybody that is into media, would have an office, would be compelled to have an office. These are not just bills that are made for the interest of the people. These bills are also made, and they are made to continue to put a hold on dissenting voices, so that nobody comes to speak. And that's the more reason why, even at our own organization, we recognize the right, whatever organization, whatever individual that want to participate, that want to organize a protest, that right is enshrined, is inalienable, and the police must not clamp down on protesters. It is a right that we fought for during the military dictatorship, and we cannot allow this regime to take away this right. Unfortunately, this is a regime that the president, the man at the head of affairs, participated in protests during the military junta. And today, such a person has decided to clamp down on any dissenting voices, whether you are on social media, on the street, or wherever, as long as you speak against the government. Yesterday, someone was also arrested in Bauchi State for speaking against the government. And so this happened on a daily basis, and we must all come out, to condemn it, or else, the media, and not just the Nigerian people, but the media also, become, a larger victim of all of this.
Finally, before I let you go, Francis, you're clamoring for the government to take decisive steps to protect citizens' rights. I'd like to find out if the clamp down on protesters continues in Nigeria, what do you think the youths can do properly, legally, to ensure that the rights of people are not infringed upon while they continue to advocate for a better country? Are there alternatives?
For me, I think it is clear. Historically, when you look at it historically till now, when those in government continue to clamp down on dissenting voices, you are forcing the people to go illegally. And what that means? It means that we are creating anarchy in our society. That right must be respected. People have the right. Even currently in the United States of America, people are protesting against the Trump administration for its support for Israel in what is going on in Gaza. And so this right must be respected in Nigeria. And as long as things continue to get worse, as of today, people cannot feed. The feeding has become a problem. As of today, our healthcare is not working. You can imagine. You watch the video. That was circulating on social media, where a woman lost her life because the husband could not pay 500,000 naira. Why the president of our country is going on medical terrorism in France? This happened in Lagos, which is supposed to be the so-called center of excellence, where we cannot afford to have a decent healthcare service. That a woman lost her life, a pregnant woman had to lose her life because the government could not put in place free qualitative healthcare service. These are the kind of issues that make people to continue to be on the street. And so our position is that as long as these issues persist, the people will always come out to be on the street. The people will always push some of these neoliberal policies back. And in a case where the people get tired of all of this, definitely it might result to a spontaneous protest across Nigeria, where there won't even be an NLC leadership to lead it, where you want to go and perhaps witch hunt or bribe somebody. It might become a spontaneous protest across the country, and it might lead to something else. So government must stop this attack on democratic rights.
All right, thank you so much, Francis Nwapa, for sharing your thoughts with us on the news. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.